son of wal-iyadhu billah. This is to agree with that Allah is, as they say. So it is worse than this statement right here, that greeting, seasons greetings to our Christian and Jew friends. That's more than what you say? What was the word that you just said? That's more than praise. Because you can say, oh, I'm going to give an example. Oh, this basketball player, he is very good with his shots. He don't miss his shots. That's a praise, right? But you're not saying nothing about his religion. But this individual right here, or these masjidullah, or whatever it is, from their corrupt aqidah, is that they are agreeing with what the Christians are saying. Congratulating the disbelievers, and alhamdulillah that we got the opportunity to say this. We should not be answering or replying or saying thank you when these ignoramuses of the Muslim will say Happy New Year. Nor to be sending nobody a text saying Happy New Year, or those what you call those GIF? GIF, right? No sending those things to, left and right, those animated, cards. Oh, Happy New Year. La wakallah. No, we should not be barakallah fikum replying to those, except to tell them, listen, we are in Rabi'u Thani 1440. I don't know what New Year you're talking about, but we are in Rabi'u Thani in 1440. No, alhamdulillah, you can dismiss those things in a very,
that's what I'm saying,
in a very gentle way. If you take the plea deal on that day, if you don't want to bump head with nobody, you can just, kind of put it on the side in a very easy and smart way. Happy New Year. You don't want to, oh, it's not my New Year yet. Ain't nobody going to argue with that with you. Listen, don't the Chinese have their own New Year? Don't the, the Kwanzaa or the Luanza, what's that? Don't they have they have their own calendar? Huh? The Afrocentrics have their own calendar. The Chinese have their own calendar, their own year. Listen, is it your New Year? It ain't my New Year yet. I'll let you know when my New Year comes. With wisdom, and then keep it moving. Not put your gloves on. But alhamdulillah, we should not be barakallah fikum sending no Happy New Year. No, when we receive it, to just barakallah fikum, say thank you. None of this barakallah fikum. But rather it is, and alhamdulillah, some of the Muslims that are doing those things, they are ignorant. If we would take a little time and explain it to them, alhamdulillah, perhaps they won't do it. And another thing, I will say this. One is to be checking on himself, receiving those texts. One is to be checking on himself, receiving those things. You see what I'm saying? Because if I know, let's say anybody, he knows, I'm going to give an example, he knows Muhammad to be not part of those foolishness, he would say, you know what, man, I ain't going to send this to Muhammad. He's crazy. That's what he would say. They will avoid you. But they say, okay, let's send it to Abu Khadija. He will be cool with it. Right? Things like this. But we should be also, barakallah, if we're receiving these things, we should check what is the report we have with people in regard to our religion. Whether it is believers or disbelievers. Whether it is believers or disbelievers. Muslim or non-Muslims. Whether Muslim or non-Muslims. Because alhamdulillah, you might have parents that are disbelievers, yani may Allah guide our parents, then if they know your stand, they will not be sending. If they send it to you 10 years ago and you, alhamdulillah, clarify it, listen, that was done. It ain't going to happen again. They will send it to everybody else, Uncle Mustafa, Uncle Abdullah, but they know those uncles, they are just, they might be worth Dinians, or they might be West Indies. They don't care about those things. So, ala ayyin, these issues of the new year. And also another thing, you find Muslims saying that my resolution for this year, that I got new resolutions. I have a list of new resolutions. Okay, this is the path of the disbelievers. This is the path of the kuffar. We should not have those things. Oh okay, very careful. Oh my new, what's your new, what you call that again? Well, your new resolutions. Oh, okay, I plan on losing 10 pounds. Got plans on go to the gym. I plan on, alhamdulillah, being healthy. And they'll be coming with all this nonsense. All this nonsense. A bunch of nonsense. A list of nonsense. Oh, my new year resolutions.
So on 8 days, you can say that?
Huh? No.
I'm not even going to implement.
No, I understand that, but no. Alhamdulillah. The Muslim, barakallahu feekum, he goes by what Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala commands him to do. Based on situations and based on time. Based on situation and based on time. You know when Ramadan come for you to what? To fast. You know the Salah come for you to pray. You know when to enjoin the good, forbid the evil comes, you do that. You know when to be patient, you become patient. You know when to be harsh, you become harsh. When you need to be ar-rifq wal-lin, you use ar-rifq wal-lin, gentleness and kindness. Everything has its place. And likewise, we mentioned this also, not to be having those New Year Eves, what you call dropping the apple or dropping the peach, taking the kids to downtown to look at the fire, what you call the fire, the fireworks. This is haram to use fireworks, as Shaykh Ubaid, Hafidhahullah, has mentioned. That's number one, but that's not the least one. It is putting fear in the hearts of the people. I mean, how many times you heard a fire, what you call it? Firework. You may think that it's a gun. And guess what? Sometimes people be using their guns.
Yeah, and people plan to do work on that day. Because
they do, yeah. Now, all of this, barakallah fikum, alhamdulillah, it is sad that you find Muslim taking place into these things. Alhamdulillah, on that day, it is better we take our kids to bed way before 12 o'clock. And then to make it known to them about that this is something that is haram. For them not to be going on the windows and peeping at the fireworks and like this and stuff like this. Or taking them to downtown and then to see the apple, what you call it, the peach drop or apple drop or whatever fruits they drop in. This is not barakallah fikum from the religion. We should, alhamdulillah, we should train our children on regard. And then we're preparing them today though. So when these things come, alhamdulillah, they already know what time it is. Naam. Oh, Atif. Yes. Now I'm having these parties where people be organizing these parties, this get together, organizing a feast or organizing a dinner on New Year's Eve and all of those foolishness. Akhi barakallah fiyum, the Muslim alhamdulillah has and he has to avoid the path of the disbelievers. He has to. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Alhamdulillah. You know, number one, believing that the rizq is from Allah, that make a lot of things easy. Yeah. Believing that Allah, huwa al-razzaq, al-quwwat al-mateen, believing that it is barakallah fikum ease. And alhamdulillah, as the brother mentioned, that this is those days, and it's not even safe to be out, honestly. It's not even safe to be out those nights. Unless a person has to go. But if a person doesn't have none to do, alhamdulillah, pray and go home. Stay home.
And that's when satanic.
You know? And then how many times people have their house burnt because of fireworks?
In a tree.
People have their hands severed because of what? Fireworks. An entire house burned down, an entire building burned down because of fireworks.
In a tree.
I mean, a tree might burn, alhamdulillah, you know what I'm saying, and a house burning, and it's a damage that is a collateral damage. It's a damage that is, you know, for no explanation. But alhamdulillah, for the brothers that, mashallah, they will think, oh, it's a night to make a lot of money, but it's a night that you are aiding the disbelievers in that. You know, and we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make us firm in our belief. Inshallah, we suffice ourselves with this point number 10. Bi-idhnillahi ta'ala, until next week, we'll have inshallah ta'ala 10 and 11 to go. Wa sallallahu wa sallama ala Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. If there was any mistake that I have done, please rectify me. May Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala rectify you, ameen, in your affairs. Hayakallah. If there is any other, inshallah ta'ala. Naam, Muhammad.
It's responsible for the Muslim ruler to destroy tribes.
Yes, it is the responsibility of the Muslim ruler. Naam, ahsanta. Abu Ibrahim. Naam, that it is an obligation for the one that cannot fully establish his religion, openly manifest his religion, to migrate to the lands of the Muslims. Abu Munira. Jarrah. Ahsant. Abu Ubaidah Amir ibn Abdullah al-Jarrah was the sabab of the nuzul. لا تجد قوما يؤمنون بالله إلى آخر. Naam, that it is not to be, we should not be praising the disbelievers nor imitating them. Abdul Rahman. Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. The Muslims, yeah. Ahsanta, the Prophet ﷺ on his deathbed, he commanded the Muslims, right, the Sahaba, to remove the mushriks from the Jaziratul Arab. Ahsanta. Barakallah feekum. If those, Da'if ones sending you these things, if they do this year, make it known to them. Hatta, up until they will not send it to you next year. Even by mistake.
It's not permissible for a non-believer to enter into the land of the Muslim. Poly is not.
No, Makkah and Medina.
Mecca and Medina.
Yes, naam. Either or.
Be firm on your position with your religion as it relates to the disbeliever, letting them know that I'm not involved with these holidays.
And even the weak Muslims.
And the weak Muslims.
Yes, barakallahu feek.